Welcome to this week's streaming. And the question that I have received is, allow me to read it, is a longer one. My family takes great pride in their strength. It allows us to work hard when it matters. But anger almost disguises itself as a source of energy and power. How do I respond to situations with love and compassion instead of anger? First of all, this is a great insight that you have. You're realizing that the power that you're using, the fuel that you're using to move forward is not a positive one, is not a helpful one. We all know that anger has a lot of power, and at times, power is actually a teacher. Power of anger is very strong, but it's misinterpreted and it's misused. What do I mean by that? I mean, when anger comes, imagine that anger's message is time to change, do a U-turn. That's what anger is. Something is not working. That's when anger arises in us. Just think about all those stories, motivational stories that I lost my job and I decided to, start my own business and hence I'm successful today. Well, you see, they've used it as a turning point, as a messenger for change, I call it a teacher saying, not working, this is not working. And when we use it as a messenger for change, and when we do change in a positive way, what do I mean by positive? I mean, we change the fuel with which we're going. Because anger gets us going, true, it's a great starter, if you like. It's a fire that gets us started. However, this is a fire that if we stay in it, it will burn us. Because the power of anger is not a sustainable and healthy power. It's a power that takes away from us instead of giving us power and energy. So you're really using it from your savings account. You're using it from the energy that you have either stored or you don't have, and you're using it on credit. So it's not a sustainable one. And you probably know this, that's why you're asking me this question, but I wanted to take this point home and say, right now, if your family is using the energy of anger for productivity and strength and getting things done, as people say, then your association with it is please come in and please stay. So anger arises, the energy is there, and you're happy because your memory of it, your belief around it is that, woo, this is a great energy. I'm going to get things done now. And I worked with people actually in the workplaces that they always say, don't take away my, this energy. I really love it and I get it done. And I'm saying, you may get it done, but it's a very expensive way, energetically speaking, of getting things done. You're paying a high price for it. And I always say, as adults, we learn to really understand the price we pay for things. So if you like my cup and you say, oh, Mitra, how much is it? Can I buy it from you? If I said, $20, you may consider it. But if I said 2,000, you probably say, no, thank you. Why? Because you understand the price is too high. We need to apply the same principle to energetic value of things. So I can get things done, but it will be very expensive because I'm giving it from a place of savings or not having, and this is the energy that it's taking away from me, not adding to me. So the question is, what energy adds to me? The energy of passion, the energy of creativity, and the energy of, as you called it, compassion that allows me to move forward. When we talk about this, really what comes to my awareness is discipline. What we need to have is discipline, not anger, because it's like, when people talk to each other, either I come here and shout and scream and everybody listens, Or I come here very grounded and in a very sort of knowing way and say something and people listen. There is an alternative and you need to practice that. So, as usual, I'm going to give you 3 steps to this. The first step is exactly what I mentioned, to change your relationship with the energy of anger. See it as a warning, if you like, as a messenger that says, time for change, please change. There is something that needs attention, get something done, and ask it to leave. Thank you, got the message, here's the door, please leave. So it's a place, it's an energy that you meet, but you do not live with. So that's the first step. The second step is to really notice it when it's arising in you. And why am I saying that? I'm saying that because if you and your family traditionally and habitually see this energy as a normal energy, an energy that is usually present, then you may not notice it when it's there. So I want you to get into the habit of noticing. And how do we notice it? First of all, body sensations change. There's tightness. There's, we're grabbing usually when we're angry. And there's tightness in the chest. There is the breathing that is different. So the sensations and the feelings and the thoughts usually change when anger is present. So notice that when anger is present. And by the way, we don't want to get rid of anger. We don't want to say, yuck, and angry, bad. I want you to just thank the anger. Thank you for the message that you brought. Thank you for telling me I need to do a U-turn. Thank you for telling me something needs my attention. So really befriending your anger, but not inviting it in to stay with you. It's a very interesting relationship that I'm suggesting, and you need to find that balance and that energy of equanimity with anger, yet energy of boundaryfulness with anger. So that's the second step. And the third step is to getting really curious around a different energy that can get things done. And usually that energy is the energy of discipline. And discipline is both inner and outer. It's the inner energy and it's outer application of that I say I do it and I'm going to do it. And I do that because I have respect for my own words to my own self. I said it and I'm going to do it. And if not, I'm going to extend the time and do it in a different way, but I'm going to do it. So really believing and practicing that there is a third way. Hope this is helpful. And the summary of it is the belief, changing your belief and relationship with anger to noticing when it's there and it's present for you. And 3, replacing it with discipline and passion and creativity and just practicing it until this becomes your new normal. Hope this was helpful. Keep your questions coming and stay healthy and curious.